Harmony. This is the Paladin channel. As normally, I'm here in my refuge of the forest. It's the edge of a swamp. I have called it Dagobah in the past. It's not as nearly damp or forested as is seen in the movie. But here, there is a refuge away from everything. Yoda needed to be away where he had the privacy to continue what he intended to have in the beginning, which was his practice, where he wouldn't be found, where he could only be found by those who knew. One would think that with something the size of a galaxy, finding a particular planet would be like finding a particular grain of sand in a particular desert or on a particular huge beach. For the purposes of a plot, they wanted to find a particular person on a particular planet. They did, without knowing anything in the beginning. But here, we have the idea of refuge. Refuge is what one goes to when there's something oppressing, something besieging, something which is contrary to what one wants or what one needs. Refuge is often refuge from that which is destructive, erodes, subtracts, negates. Much is made of refuge, and many times the sages of the past have taken refuge in forests. Buddha had. Jetsun Mila, the saint of Tibet who had lived about 1,000 years ago, close to. Seraphim, wonder worker of Sarov. Many others more numerous. Zarathustra had gone to a cave. This being alone, this solitude was not truly solitude. It was learning. They either learned from themselves or learned from an external agent or what seemed an external agent. In the woods, there's less distraction. I'm still in society, although we're out in the country. There's neighbors. I hear a dog barking in the distance. The dogs bark because they're frustrated, because their own environment right now is not what they want to be in. They want to be out and running. The happy dog is one that's not leashed, not penned in, not frustrated by the sight of this, that, or the other being. In all of this, I treasure this. These moments. I know people who dwell among others and they find their refuge of getting out into nature. One friend, she takes her gear, her water, her staffs, and goes for long hikes and finds different places to go and gains by each adventure, being with the landscape. My father was a woodsman. And I was blessed with a childhood that brought me into frequent contact with the woods. And so I knew from an early age its value. I also learned of the mystery that it had. If you're in a city or a suburb or someplace away, I would say, see if you can't go out into a woods or a beach or a desert or on the waters, somewhere away from people, and appreciate the moment. Appreciate the moment that you're there. Appreciate the moment with what you have, what you know, what you already appreciate. Appreciate the relative silence. And let your mind harmonize with what's here. Out here is to me blissful, though it has its dangers. Here there are such things as widow makers, which are broken off tops of trees, ready to dislodge with the next windstorm and come crashing down. Once I was walking through and I missed by about 2 seconds such a thing. I'm blessed. How fortunate I am to be breathing and in front of you right now. So it pays to have your due consideration of caution wherever you go. You go in the water, bring a life preserver. Let somebody know where you're going. You go in the desert or in the woods, bring water too. Sufficient. Adequate protection from the elements and so forth. But as you go forth, enjoy your moments out of doors. And when you come back to civilization as you feel you must, bring some of that treasured peace back with you. This has been Paladin Carl.